Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. Wingnuts, what's going on? What is happening? For you new people who just clicked on this video, well, I build junk stuff, all right? So now I'm supposed to be doing a head swap on this situation here. Taking the heads off of here, put the PI heads, and this is what I've been doing. So we're gonna keep on moving on with this, but we're gonna have to pump our brakes on this situation here. We have an alert. This thing doesn't start. More than likely, it's a starter. And then we have that dash situation that we finished, but you know, I'm ordering more stuff to get, you know, that all situated and ready to go. Behind the scenes, man, we got to be talking about some things, man. If you got a YouTube channel or you got anything going on, you have to figure out what is cost effective for your channel to operate. It is for fun, but you got to deal with dollars and cents. If you ain't got no dollars, it don't make sense, right? So quick synopsis on the front, you know, to buy everything new, that is pretty much $500. You know, I'm gonna try to get some used stuff, so that's why I've been waiting and trying to catch a dealer. That's why the front has not been on. To my man Daniel, he said, man, put a snoot on the front of this thing. I've been waiting. I've been trying to see this guy so I can get, you know, all the front stuff for probably $150. That will cut back some of that, maybe the back rear bumper, maybe add it $200 altogether. That sounds more feasible and likable to me. Then we can put this thing together and then it can start taking shape, but we're still dealing with the engine situation now. Another car that I have over here, I can actually duplicate that. Now, if I do this, this will be quite ideal. You know what I mean? Quite ideal, because, you know, I already got the recipe on how to do it, what to do better, because I didn't do this one right. That intercooler will be up front to maximize horsepower and all of that stuff here. So I still need to go ahead and finish this up here too, so I don't really need all of that technical mumbo jumbo. Went to the junkyard because I said, you know what, I need to find something to do with this Roush Cobra Crown Vic build. We see an aviator. That's the same aviator that I've been videos, and I said I didn't want to get that engine. I didn't want to be bothered with it. I must have seen and touched that engine at least around 7 times already. So we looked at the engine, we said, dang it, man, that's gonna be too much money to do that and everything. 2 valve is the way to go in this process. I mean, I just didn't want to be bothered. 4 valve costs too much money. I don't want to be bothered with that. So as I left with the 4 valve, I started to think, why did I do this? The reason why I did this is that I'm tired of doing the same thing, and I needed to shake the fears of doing this 4 valve engine. I seen my man Mike do it, so I'm like, you know what? Let me be inspired by Mike and pick up this 4 valve. All right, this is what you've been seeing in the community tabs. So what we've been dealing with is this spark plug situation that we've been showing you on there. See, that's the spark plug with the little groove in it. That's the spark plug that's been over there. All right, here's the situation with this. We got around, how many turns to make this tight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Around 15 turns, 15 little tiny turns. All right, now we're dealing with another spark plug that's over here that's good. All right, how many turns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 13, 14, 15, somewhere around here, depending on how you twirl it and how do you start. Now, with this situation that's right here, this one, the messed up one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and it's locked.
Houston, we have a problem. So
what happened? They put a helicoil in this, but what they did was they put it too deep. It's not a long one, it's probably a short one, and it made it a little bit too deep, and it doesn't seat properly. You know what I mean? So we're having a problem putting this thing in. Now this thing here fits on this side. I could get a couple of turns and it'll fit. And now it's already locked. But when you try to put it in the other one, this one here, it doesn't catch. This needs to be longer enough. It has to be slightly more longer to catch. That's the problem. All right, but it works on all the rest of them. So what happened? Let's take a look. All right, we got this cover here. The cover goes like this on here. And you can see this part is dark. What that means, spark plug spit out. Now, the valve cover is bad too. Leaks inside here. So, oil and all of that crap. It didn't spit out, it backed out. Right, probably had four threads and it spit out. Didn't pop all the way out. That's what happened. Because if it popped out, this cover would have been dented or something like that, or, you know, something. It wasn't bad. Now the other one, clean as a whistle, and I didn't clean it. So that's what I came up with. So that's clue number 1. That happened. Clue number 2, this thing here. See, this is a housing that goes right here. My man Little said it looks like my eyes and some other stuff. My man Little. And see the crack? So it was leaking there too. Spark plug spit out, leakage. Now we leak down test all the cylinders except that one because we couldn't. They all look good. Some look better than the others, but they're all pretty good. So no matter what, we have to take the heads off, correct? That's what we have to do. Now, here's where I'm propositioning. Head gasket, head bolts are the same as that 4 valve. Same exact thing. I got to do the same thing. Just a little bit more expensive on the chain situation with the 4 valve versus the 2 valve. Again, we're putting this on hold. We're going to finish it, but we're putting this on hold so we can go ahead and do this because this is already out. I like my engines out to be able to work on it. I feel more comfortable. So we have this here, and we actually can have enough room to do the heads and everything like that. That's the daggone plan right now. We got to go through with this plan. I cleaned up the garage. I got to clean it up some more. The other plan is we got to change this intake here because we cannot use this. This is for the Aviator, not for what we got going on. See this thing here? That controls the butterflies. Mid-range, high-range. So we need the Mustang one that doesn't even have that. It's just short runners. A lot of the stuff here, cam, this, that, and the third, it all fits on the other car over there. Have to get a tune, maybe the fuel rails, fuel injectors, some stuff. We got to work around it, cable. So that's the new plan and situation. So right now, what we're going to do is leak down test just to show you guys the rings on this is really good. Because I don't see no oil, no blow-by going through here. I really don't. There's no oil. There's no oil residue in there. It's really dry, so that's a good indication. To me. I don't know about you, but it looks good to me. Now, the plan will be to take the heads off, condition the valves just a little taste, not to make them real good so you can blow the daggone seals on the daggone rings. Leave the rings alone if everything looks good underneath, and then we'll work around it and figure out which route we should need to take. We need to take this oil pan off, maybe, and get the proper oil pan to put on there. Let's get to the leak down test. All right, this is the first time me doing a leak down test on any engine that I own, that I even got from the junkyard. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I felt like I had to do this. Now, this is cylinder 5. Now, to me, it looks like it's okay. I don't know much about it, but it looks okay to me. Now, with cylinder 6, well, cylinder 6 looks pretty much the same, and it's okay with me. You telling me something different? Let me know. With cylinder 7, we couldn't do much, but with cylinder 8, it looks pretty much good as the rest of them. I mean, it's all right looking. This is tough to do, man. I mean, to hold the gauge, put the camera on, it was really, really, really tough. And then we did number 1 on the other side. Now, I'll explain what happened to the other couple of cylinders in the video, but man, this is tough to do, but all in all, it looks good. Okay, dudes, missing footage, man. We did 1, we didn't have 2, 3, or 4. That's what happened. I'm trying to do this here. The gauges, watch that. I'm trying to get this handle, you know what I mean? This almost hit my nutsack a few times already. And I'm like, look, I thought I pressed the button, it didn't work out and everything. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't hear nothing coming out of here. I didn't hear nothing coming out of the coolant, but I did hear a little something out of the exhaust at one point, but I didn't hear it again. So it's probably not me putting it on top dead center on certain occasions. And mind you, I did this 4 times behind the scenes because I needed to know what was going on, and I did it again and I did it again. You know what I mean? So everything is legit, man. So before I end up this video, man, I want to thank my man Paul, man. Thank you so much, man, for what you're sending down towards the channel. That I really do appreciate it. And to these gloves right here, my man Maurice. These are some fantastic gloves, man. Man, these are fantastic. Thank you so much for this, man. And Mr. Random, dude, you are in the lead. You know why? I got nothing. Car still looks the same. So, you know, I'm trying to get this engine going, man. And hopefully on the next video, man, we can crack this thing open and inspect it and see what we got going on. So, click like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, man. Later. Man, that video was long and dragged out. Well, if you stayed this long, thank you guys for checking it out. Now, to give you a little backstory, this engine is $200 and it's sat in the junkyard for many moons. Now, I'm taking it out of the junkyard and actually trying to regurgitate this thing to make it run in some kind of competition Crown Victoria Roush build type thing. Now, on my end, it looks like I'm going to lose really bad, but I'm not going to spend that much money. I'm cool. Not spending $10,000 for a swap. No sirree, Bob, because this is a junk build. You know, anything 10 grand, that's not junk. You're making a SEMA fresh type of build in my eyes. So I'm going to continue on with this build here. Now, failure is inevitable. You guys got to remember that in life, failure is inevitable. These Fortune 500 companies has failed 20 million times before they start making some cake. So this is the route that I'm choosing. Just roll with me and we're going to see how it turns out.